Welcome to the stream. It's been raining overnight, so it's nice and cool here now. So I have the windows open, but the fan is not on, so it should be a lot quieter. All right, so we are starting with move 70. Let's see if I can't get this stream started without a mistake this time. So for move 70, we're going to exchange Tama's 1 on the right, and we'll have shed 1 reversed. On the left, we're exchanging 3 and 5, and sheds 2 and 3 are reversed. There we go. And yes, you don't need to adjust your monitors. I have a horrible yellow shirt that I'm wearing. Good morning, Gwen. Nice to see you on. All right, so we're exchanging 1 on the right. Let's unroll this a little bit. And okay, colors look right. Shed 1 is reversed, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. And 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. And my watch hours for the last 365 days went over 2,500 yesterday, so thanks everybody. All right, on the left, 3 and 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Colors match the chart. So since I got Danny's braid design finalized, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the next 2 potential braid designs. I might do that this afternoon. I'm not sure. Okay, sheds 2 and 3 are reversed. So 1 on the top, or no, 1 on the bottom, and 2 and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Apparently, they still haven't shipped the silk for Danny's braid, but I'm hoping that'll ship Monday maybe. Of course, it's Sunday evening in Japan right now, so hopefully I'll know by the end of the day. If not, I'll know sometime tomorrow. Sorry, try not to sneeze. And 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Our checksum looks good. Of course, I procrastinated and didn't make up the list of stuff that I wanted to go over, see if it's things that are worth mentioning to a doctor about getting tested for attention deficit. Hey, more people are on. Welcome, Jen Edwards and Leonidas the kitty. And not sure I brought you up, Gwen, so welcome, welcome. Thank you for the first of the morning welcome. And Marmar, nice to see you on. Sorry, no Mr. Servals up here this morning. All right, so we're ready for move 2. And on to 71. We'll exchange 1 and 3 on the right. Sheds 1 and 3 are reversed. Exchange Thomas 3 on the left, and shed 3 is reversed. Alrighty, so 1 and 3 on the right. And 1, 2, and 3. Color chart is matching up, so. And sheds 1 and 3 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. One of the things I'm getting better with as I'm doing this braid. Okay, so 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top. So, all right, so you guys can see it good from this camera angle. When I go like alternating top and bottom, I've noticed that I don't necessarily have to count, make sure that I'm lined up exactly, as long as if I know it's like a top, bottom, top, in between there are 3 threads. So when I do that, I just count 3 there. I don't have to try and match up colors, making sure that I haven't missed it up. So that's one of the little things I've been picking up. All right, so yep, so I'm doing the top now. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. All the little things that make you more familiar with it and comfortable doing it helps improve your skill sets. So 3 on the left. So 1, 2, and 3. The color chart looks right. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The 3 count thing also especially helps when you don't have the color changes to help position where you are with top and bottom. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And good morning, Nicole. I'm not 100% sure I've seen you on before or not. If this is your first time, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions about anything I do, please feel free to ask. Don't hesitate on that at all. All right. And got to show the next move, so don't put the mouse before I'm done with that. All right, so we're on to 72. We're going to exchange 7 on the right, and sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging Thomas 3 and 5, and sheds 2 and 4 are reversed. Hey, good morning, John. Or Jan, sorry. And yes, I have seen you on before. Welcome from Scotland. So we're only like early afternoon for you, so hopefully this will be a pleasant stream for you as well. All right, so I'm ready to be, and we'll exchange 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, looks good on the chart. There we go. And Francisca, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back on. And so if I remember right, if you're in Chile, you're about 2 hours ahead of me. I don't remember if you're the equivalent of U.S. Mountain Time or U.S. Pacific Time, but I think it's Mountain Time if I'm remembering my geography correctly. All right. And 1 and 4 are reversed. Have the sword in the right direction. I can do it this way, it just doesn't work as well. All right, so 1 and 4 are reversed. So 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum looks good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, nope. 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. And on the left, we're exchanging 3 and 5. So 1, 2. 3, 4, and 5. And we're matching the color chart. The reason I'm checking the color chart so obsessively is because I'm tired of making mistakes at the start of the stream and spending like the first half hour back braiding for the mistake that I could have avoided at the beginning. Sheds 2 and 4 are reversed, so 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And there we go. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. At the end of the stream, I'm going to run downstairs and grab the long enough flexible tape. Well, I've got the flexible tape up here. It's just not long enough for the braid. So I will go ahead and measure what we've got, and probably have to double check with Rob how long he wants. So this one might not go all the way to the leaders. So, okay, so we are ready for the next move. On to 73. So we're exchanging nothing on the right. Sheds 1, 2, and 4 are reversed. We're exchanging 1, 5, 7, and 9 on the left. Sheds 1, 2, and 4 are reversed. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a different set. I don't know if you watched the spool winding portion of it, but the setup on the next one is going to be a bit different because I have ordered cones of silk, 12 for each color, so I won't have to do any of that part of the setup. And that should hopefully knock about 10 or more hours off my setup. So I'm hoping the next braid will start much faster. And I will, of course, stream the setup again since people enjoy that. Okay, so you're the equivalent of U.S. Central Time. Or wait a minute, no, hold on, I'm wrong. You're the, yeah, my geography is wrong. It's probably because the used to seeing it in globe format where it's got the 23-degree angle or 21, whatever the axial tilt is. So you're actually an hour ahead. So you're further east than U.S. East Coast time. Okay, so you're the equivalent of U.S. Atlantic time. I know the time zones are different between the northern and southern hemispheres, so at least for naming nomenclature. Turns out the allergy medicine I took yesterday was for primarily hives, and the reason I got it from my allergist is because when I get my allergy shots, sometimes they swell up a bit, and he was suggesting that for the days I get allergy shots, which, I mean, they haven't been that bad, but it's not going to help so much on hay fever. So I ran over to the local convenience store this morning before the stream and picked up a Claritin, and probably hasn't had fully time to kick in yet, but by the end of the stream, I should be okay. I'm definitely doing much better on that. And thank you for asking. All right, so we did 73 description. Yep, we did that. Okay. So we're ready to actually do the moves. So no exchanges, and sheds 1, 2, and 4 are reversed. So 1, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum looks good. Let's let this untwist. There we go. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on top. Our checksum is good. And on the left, I'm doing 1, 5, 7, and 9. So 1. That one definitely needs some more rolling. And it's already wrapped around the one next to it. All right, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. Seven and 8 and 9. And this one also has sheds 1, 2, and 4 being reversed. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. The checksum looks good. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good for that. Okay. All right. So I got about the summer winter. So you're going off of daylight time or whatever they call it, which I think should be gotten rid of entirely, but that's just my personal rant there. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I got a good night's sleep. I'm feeling alert. Took my wake-up meds. We are, the earn tab says I'm about 2258 as of this morning, but the actual 365 just hit over 200 or 2500. So let me check on that real quick. I think I can get you the numbers. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to open that in a new tab and switch back to Studio for another instance. And also we're at 959 subscribers, which means we only have 41 to go for the impressive 1K, which they say we don't need it for monetization anymore, but they still haven't changed the counters in YouTube Studio. All right, so the official watch hours as of 5 a.m. my time, which is when it rolls over, is 2528.9, which means we're only about, well, given the ones dropping off the end of the year from last year, I don't have anything major except for one day that had like about 12 hours for like the next 2.5 months. So it shouldn't drop off too much. Should just add on directly. So roughly we need about 500 over the next couple of weeks, which you folks have been more than wonderful for watching. Should hit that mark there. And so far it looks like I'm running about a week behind on the earn tab. Let me switch to that real quick. So you guys can see what that looks like. All right, let me share this. And there we go. So yeah, those are the thing. And even though the watch hours is only a little over halfway, they've said that back in May they switched it to only 3,000 instead of 4,000. So anyway, got my fingers crossed. It'll be the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll get there. All right, let me switch back to, there we go. Good morning, Equality. Nice to see you on the stream. Thank you for dropping in. Yep, we are getting there. All right, let me make sure I know where I am. All right, so I finished those moves. All right, so we are ready for the next one. On to 74. So we're going to exchange 7 again on the right, and sheds 1, 2, 3, and 4 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 1 and 5, and sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're matching the color chart. And sheds 1, 2, 3, and 4 reverse. So on the top, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switching the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom. On the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And on the left, 1 and 5 are getting exchanged. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me see if I can't get that focus a bit better. Since it's a manual focus here. Okay. I think we're good there. Okay, so sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. So 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Jackson looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good for that. All right, we're ready for the next move. And on to 75. We're exchanging 5 and 7 on the right, and sheds 1, 3, and 4 are reversed. And we're exchanging 1, 3, 7, 9, and 11 on the left. Sheds 1, 4, and 5 are reversed. Alrighty, so 5 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Five and 6 and 7. And we're matching the color chart. And since we're about 5 moves in, I think I've managed to avoid my usual mistake period. All right, so 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. And 1 on the bottom, and 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum looks good for that. And 1, 3, 7, 9, and 11. Yes, Nulfers, I'm sorry about that. I've got a much smaller window on my screen than what you guys see for the camera, so it doesn't always show that it's out of focus for me, and sometimes it just varies. I don't know if it's like temperature differences in the camera lenses or what, but It's supposed to be a really decent camera. I mean, it's not horribly expensive, but it's a fixed focus. All right, so 1, 3, 7, 9, and 11. So 1. Let's unroll that one a little bit. 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And sheds 1, 4, and 5 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 and 3 on the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. There we go. Excuse me for just a second. There we go. And let's see. Good morning, Tony P. Not sure if I've seen you on before. My memory for names is not the best, unfortunately. If this is your first time on the stream, welcome, welcome. We're glad to see you here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. All right, so we are ready for move 76. We're going to exchange 7 and 11 on the right, which is entirely funny to me because I used to manage 7-11s. And we're reversing sheds 1, 4, and 5 on the right. And on the left, we're exchanging 1, 3, and 9. And sheds 1, 4, 5, and 6 are reversed on the left. Hey, Carol Greer, welcome back to the stream. Nice to see you on. Oops. And Neely Gonzalez. Not sure if I've seen you on before. As always, if this is your first time on the stream, welcome, welcome. And if you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Don't bother me at all. All right. Gonna have a little tic-tac to keep my voice from drying out. Because those coughing fits are so embarrassing. All right, so 7-11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And there we go. And sheds 1, 4, and 5 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 and 5 on the top, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum is good. One on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. There we go. And on the left, 1, 3, and 9. So 1, There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And sheds 1, 4, 5, and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the top, and 2, 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, and 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Check that looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. There we go. And, whoops, before I do anything else, it's time for a coma slide. I'm running out of pin space. I was, and pull this up a bit more. There we go. I was looking at the website for the silk that I order in Japan, reading through the translations and whatnot, thinking about maybe if I should, since they were asking for links to make their site show up better on search engine optimization, might give them a link to my YouTube channel so that they can have people see braiding and stuff like that done with their silk. So anyway, that's a thought. On to 77. We're exchanging 9 and 11 on the right. Sheds 1, 3, 5, and 6 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 3, 9, 11, 13, and 15. And sheds 1, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. Alrighty. Well, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm going to do my best for that. Okay, 9 and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, and 11. The project that my wife would like me to do today is we have an industrial sewing machine that we've never actually gotten running. There's nothing really wrong with it. It just, the motor needs to be verified and set up. As far as we know, it'll work just fine, but we never actually did it because it's an older style industrial singer that actually has all of its gearing sitting in a tray of oil. My wife's aunt used to be a manager at a ecclesiastical embroidery factory, and so she's quite familiar with a bunch of different things like that, and she would like it so that she can do sewing on canvas and things like that. So we're going to try and get it out and hopefully get it to her today or the next day or two. It's raining, so we probably don't want to transport it today. So, all right, so we did the exchanges there, but we haven't done the shed reversal. So 1, 3, 5, and 6. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5 and 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum looks good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. There we go. And 3, 9, 11, 13, and 15. This one looks like it's cut between pin blocks and coma. There we go. That feels better. It doesn't feel like one of them's not moving easily. So 3, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12. 13, 14, and 15. And sheds 1, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 and 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good for that. There we go. And there we go. We are ready for the next move. All right, we are on to 78. Exchanging 3, 7, and 13 on the right. Sheds 1, 3, and 6 are reversed. And exchanging 3, 9, 11, 13, and 15 on the left. Sheds 4, 7, and 8 are reversed. A bit of caffeine here. I'm going to do a quick check on Rumble too. Wow, hard to believe we're already 40 minutes into a stream. Okay. So looks like we got 2 people watching over on Rumble. So, all right. And 3, 7, and 13. So 1, 2. And 3. That one definitely needs to be rolled down some. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Looks like a couple of these actually need to go down just a little bit. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And sheds 1, 3, and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good for that. Yep, the smile will be just about done. And on the left, 3, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. A couple of these need to be rolled out just a bit more. Good morning, Judy. You got this. Nice to see you on the stream today. Welcome, welcome. Doing much better here today than I was last night. All right. So, exchanging 4, 7, and 8, or reversing 4, 7, and 8 on the left. So 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6 on the bottom, and 7 and 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 and 6 on the top. Oops, I think I did the last one wrong. Let me just verify. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, and 7 and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Oh, I did get it right. Okay. Memory plays tricks on me. All right, so we're doing the top side. So 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 and 6 on the top, and 7 and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. Pass that on over. And there we go. And we are ready for our next move. On to 79. We'll be exchanging 1, 3, 5, 11, and 15 on the right. Sheds 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 3, 9, 11, and 17. And sheds 2, 4, and 8 are reversed. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, those two probably need to go down a little bit. 3, 4, and 5. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, we had one jump a pin partially. And I grabbed 2 instead of 1. All right, so that one's there, that one's there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Tony P, I've had that happen to me before. All right. Sheds 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3, 4, and 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, and 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom. Checksum for that is good. We may proceed. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3, 4, and 5 on the top, 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Here we go. And on the left, 3, 9, 11, and 17. So 1, 2, 3. That one definitely needs to roll down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. And 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And sheds 2, 4, and 8 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the, we got 9 on the top. Yeah, that looks right. Checksum looks good. There we go. And we are ready for the next move. On to 80. We're exchanging 1, 7, 9, 11, and 13 on the right. Sheds 1, 3, 6, and 8 are reversed. On the left, we're exchanging 1, 5, 9, 11, and 17. Sheds 2 and 4 are reversed. And, okay, 1 on the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and sheds 2, 1, 3, 6, and 8. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Yeah, some of the ones on here get a little complex for the side rob bots because they get so close to the edge and have a lot of color changes going on. All right, so 1, 5, 9, 11, and 17 on the left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hello, Mrs. Torin.
Hello.
Chat says hi to you as usual.
If you're hungry, there's an omelet.
Thank you very much, dear. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. 9 and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And there we go. Give me a second here. All right. I'm not entirely sure. When I reach the end of the pattern, I will go ahead and loosen up and take a measurement, so I got an idea of where I am. But it's going to be some multiple of 9 inches when I get to the end of this particular rob bot. Thank you very much, Equality. I preemptively did that because the chat here is nice and people usually say that. So, all right, I'm going to mute the audio for just a minute because that breakfast is smelling wonderful. I will put on some music for you. Give me a minute or two here. All right, so let's try Night Driving. Thank you for your patience. Well, I think that's the first time she's done an omelet with broccoli as the accessory. So I don't know if that would be more of a casserole than an omelet, but it tasted excellent. No, I did not eat the whole thing. I had about a third of it because it's good when it's warm, and I do want to get back to braiding and not leave you folks waiting for too long. All right, so I just did the move on the left, or I mean on the right, so it's time to do the one on the left here. Our, let's see, our 19th anniversary is in 8 days. So I am very, very ecstatically happy living with my wife. I'm glad she proposed to me, and my life is much, much better with her here. And I hope that I don't make her life too much worse. Alrighty, so 1, 5, 9, 11, and 17. Let's see the colors. All right, yep, that looks like that's what it's supposed to be. So I just need to do the shed reversals. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top. Excuse me. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. There we go. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, I will definitely finish the food. I'm just not eating it all in one go. So, oops, that one goes up on the top. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Did I mess that one up? Yeah, I think I messed that one up. I missed a transition. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. No, I definitely had that there. But since I screwed up my check here, I need to redo that because I don't want to have a mistake. Continued. All right. So make sure that one's free. All right. Let me do that again. I'm paranoid. Excuse me. All right. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I didn't quite fully get that one undone, but that's the proper shed opening. All right, now we'll pass that through. Now I know I got it right. All righty. Okay, so we're good there. Gonna quickly identify the next move. All right, so on to 82, or 81, not 82. We're exchanging 1, 3, and 5 on the right, and 1, 3, 5, 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17. Sheds 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8 are reversed. On the left, we're exchanging 3, 5, 9, 11, and 17. Sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. All right. Yep. We do have our ups and downs, and we have a roommate, and she has been like a friend of mine for about 30 years, and got introduced to my wife about the time we started dating. And she says that she thinks that what makes our relationship so good overall is that we try and live up to what we think the other person deserves, because we both feel like that we lucked out on this. So that helps us a lot. Also, her ex-husband, as they say on Legal Vices chat, her ex-husband was asshole. So I show up as pretty wonderful just by not being a jerk, and I try not to rely on that. But it gives me a kind of, not so much an unfair but an unusual advantage. So okay, yes, she is the one. After this next move, when I get to the simpler ones here near the end of the pattern, I'll go ahead and expound on that, so it shouldn't be too long. But I'm going to put back on the music for a minute while I grab another couple of bites. And let's do feeding the ducks. Scarfing my food down. All right. Pause that. Go back to where I can see comments. Let me check Rumble Rant, see if anybody's chatting there. I only got 2 people watching, not too bad. All right. So I'll be exchanging one. This one's definitely needs some unrolling. As you can see, it's almost done with the thread. It's not going to be much longer. Oh, and I did do a quick count of all the amount of time I set up on this braid. This is running currently where it is right now, about 60 hours in. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9, 10. 11, 12. 13, 13, 14, 15, and 17. There's 15. (15, 16, and 17. And sheds 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum is good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Our checksum is good. And 3, 5, 9, 11, 17 on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 and 17. So now the 17 is the only one back here. I'm just going to cheat and it's at the time I saved not counting. It's taken up by untangling or untwisting. There we go. And sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. So 1 on the top and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. That one's a little short. Let me unroll those. And pass that on through. All right, we are ready for the next move. Ooh, we're up to 15 people. That's pretty impressive for a Sunday morning stream. On to 82. We're exchanging 3, 11, and 17 on the right. Sheds 5 and 6 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 5, 7, 9, and 11. Sheds 1, 2, and 4 are reversed. All right, so 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Untwist. Come on, you can do it. You got gravity helping you. There you go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. There we go. And sheds 5 and 6 are reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 and 6. And 7, 8, and 9. Checksum looks good. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Our checksum looks good. And on the left, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6. And 7, 8. And 9, 10, and 11. And sheds 1, 2, and 4 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good for that. Over to here. And we are on to 83. Exchanging 3, 7, 9, and 15 on the right. Sheds 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 7, 9, and 11. Sheds 2, 3, and 4 are reversed. All right, so 1, 2. And 3. Three, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And sheds 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, and 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. And passing that on through. There we go. And on the left, 7, 9, and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. Nine, 10, and 11. Okay, I think I've gotten to the point where it's simple enough. I'm not worried about screwing it up if I tell the story. Alrighty. And 2, 3, and 4 are reverse. So 1 on the bottom, 2, 3, and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Okay, so my wife and I have been dating probably about 9 months. You know, obviously when she wasn't yet my wife. One on the top, and 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. So she was over visiting, and we were talking and whatnot. Nothing out of the ordinary. And head downstairs. She's about ready to go to work. Forget something. She got something of hers, or I forget exactly what it was, but we went back up, and there, sitting on my bed, away from everything else, there was this little box. And I opened it up, and there was this little ring in it. And I looked at her and I said, "Is this?" And she said, "Yes." And so I hugged her and basically had about, I think, a couple of minutes of saying just about yes in every form that I could. I was definitely planning on proposing to her as well. I just hadn't gotten to that point because I didn't want to push her, because she was leaving her previous marriage, and I didn't want to start glomming on her so soon after that. But I had pretty much decided at that point that I definitely wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, and was just waiting for an opportune time to ask her. All right, so we are on to 84. We're exchanging 9, 11, 13 on the right. Sheds 4 and 8 are reversed. And we're exchanging 5, 7, 9, and 11 on the left. Sheds 3 and 4 are reversed. Yep, that is supposed to be a little heart there. No worries, Jen. Hopefully you have a good time watching the game. I thank you for leaving the stream on. That helps me quite a bit. Hey, Summer Butterfly. Nice to see you on as well. Hope you were able to catch that, Francisca. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9 and 10. And 11, 12, and 13. And since I made you wait, I should probably also tell you the story of my first interaction with her ex-husband. There have not been many. All right, 4 and 8. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9 on the bottom. All right, so she'd filed her divorce papers. They were still sharing the same house that they had bought together. she was planning on moving out in the not too distant future. We've been dating for about a month at this time, I think. All right, so 1, 2, and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5, 6, and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9 on the top. Our checksum is good. So anyway, I wanted to schedule a time to get together with my wife, and 5, 7, 9, and 11 exchange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and she'd given me her phone number for the house, and she had told me that her ex was still living there, so I was aware of that before I called, or her soon-to-be ex. I mean, they were separated. The final papers had not been finalized, but they've been filed. All right, so okay. All right, this is a little tangled here. There we go. So 5, 6, and 7, 8. Nine, 10, and 11. So anyway, when I call, her soon-to-be ex-husband answers, and he says, hello. I said, hi, this is Todd. My name is Todd. I go by Torin, not a big deal. I'm not worried about my name getting out there. It's just online stuff has been Torin for so long, for so many different things. I just kind of go with that. Anyway, so, this is Torin or whatever. Is Mrs. Torin there? Or the soon-to-be future Mrs. Torin? And he goes, this is her husband. And I responded with, yes, I know. Is she there? And he didn't say anything else. He went off, got her. She answered the phone, whatnot. And she was laughing about how ticked off he was about that. But it was just kind of funny. The even funnier thing is that he was dating his girlfriend at the time, and they were spending both their time there at the house. So it's not like there was anything untoward going on with me calling. But I still laugh at his response on that. That was just so funny and so perfect at that point, exemplifying why she had decided it was time to go her own way. All right, so 3 and 4 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good for that. I'm going to pass this on through. There we go. And 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Our checksum is good. All right, catching up with the chat here. That is very cute, Judy. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Francisca. Yep, I find that one funny too. Thank you very much. Tell her I said hello back, and I appreciate the fact that she is appreciative of the concentration required, but I am definitely working on my skill set of being able to talk while I braid. I'm getting there. It's taken me a bit, but I'm getting there. All right, we are ready for 85. So on the right, we're exchanging 9, 13, 15, and 17, and shed 8 is reversed. On the left, we're exchanging 7, 9, and 11, and no shed reversals. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And shed 8 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum is good. And on the left, 7, 9, and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. Nine, 10, and 11. So I only have one thread on top on each side. Well, actually 12, but they're all in one bundle. All right. And no shed reversal, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yep, we are ready for the next move. And on to 86. This move and one more move, and we reset the pattern. I'll go ahead and loosen up the braid, get a measurement then, see how many we've got. So we're exchanging 17 on the right, no shed reversals, and 11 on the left, no shed reversals. Yeah, I actually do things like when I'm at work and when I'm doing stuff on the computer, I have like YouTube on audio, or I have audiobooks or things like that going on in headphones. And that, as I always described it growing up, it gives me something to focus against so I can concentrate on something. So, but yeah, I want to see my neurologist and see about getting tested for it, because I'd like to be able to deal with some things that have been, lifelong issues for me, where I want to focus. I want to do a project and I just can't start it I know how to do it. I know it's involved, and I get closer and closer to the deadline. And then suddenly, crap, I have to do it now or it's going to fail. And I don't like having that much pressure on me, but sometimes that's necessary for me to do projects. And it's really annoying because like things that I do like at work, it's stuff I can do. I also had to graduate a year later because I didn't have enough credits. But some classes I was doing absolutely fabulous, and others I wasn't doing great in. And it wasn't that I didn't understand them; it's just I wasn't able to get myself to do the work. So, yeah, I'd like to get that dealt with and get some more tools to be able to deal with that. So, anyway, sorry to get distracted there. All right, so we're 86, and these are really easy because we just 86 the out of place colors. And that was an entirely random pun that just popped into my head. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum is good. And I should have done a coma slide before now, but I'll do it after this one. Come on, you can untwist. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 86, number 11. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The other thing is when the threads get this far back, the angle changes and there's less space in between the threads. So it makes it a little harder to do stuff like this, which is another reason I like to move them forward when I can. There we go. Yes, because hold on a second. Let me move it forward, and I'll try and explain that. Just a second here. Don't move it too far forward just now because I'm going to be unrolling it in just a minute. Well, my sinuses are doing a heck of a lot better this morning with the right medication. I'm still not completely cleaned out. Okay, all right, let me go over why I'm doing it the way I am. All right, I think I'm going to maximize this one for this, so it's easier to see. All right, so the reason I do the bottom here, then the top, and then the bottom here, and then the top here, is because these are actually two separate braids, because I can like pass my hand through here. Without the pattern here, they would only be connected along the edges. So I have fairly similar. I mean, I have one more on the bottom here. So I take one from the bottom, then they're even, then I take one from the top, and then they're offset by one again. But what I'm doing is I'm adding one line here and one line on the bottom, which moves it over here, where I then have my pattern over here. So if I keep doing it one line over here, I get too much wrapped around here, and I don't have the positions go through here. When I go through here, it makes it much more complex. I can't actually, alternate back and forth, but I need to like do a move here and then a move here. And then on the bottom, I need to also do a move here and a move, on the bottom, I need to do a move here and a move here to match where the braid's going top to bottom, because they need to keep in sync, because when I exchange colors top to bottom, I have to do the matching moves, or it doesn't, you can't get it together. Because if I do one more on here than I do on the bottom, and I need to do an exchange, there's nothing on the bottom for it to catch on to, and I have to like kind of back through and do the other one where there's already existing thread here. It will not work well. You have to keep everything in sync. So it's two braids, and so I do the bottom one, or the right side on the bottom, the right side on the top, and then the left side on the bottom and the left side on the top. I hope that makes sense to you. If I'm not making sense, let me know and I'll give it another go. All right, so we'll put that back there. And we are on to 87, our last move on this sequence. So no exchanges, no reversals, and no exchanges, no reversals on either side. Okay. Well, I hope what I said was helpful and makes sense. It also helps that I've got my instruction set that I can look at, because I could keep the simple weave, the 1-1 braid pattern, 1-1 weave twill type thing going without any real issue. That's easy to remember. It's the top to bottom that I have to know when and where to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But yeah, if it was just this that I was doing with no exchanges to the top and bottom, I could easily do this very quickly. I mean, it would probably take me only about maybe 10 to 12 hours to just do the same amount of length, but it would essentially be an open tube at that point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, that is 87. I think I've completed either the 5th or the 6th iteration of this pattern. If it's the 5th, we should be at 45 inches overall length. If it's the 6th, we should be at 54 inches overall length. All right, so we're on 87. We click the forward button, and we're back at 1. All right, so for the next 4 moves, it's the same as the move I just did. No exchanges left or right, no reversals left or right. So I'm going to go this back here, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen. Let me set that out of the way so it doesn't fall. I'm going to loosen this up, show you both sides of it, measure it, and we'll see where we go from there. Let's just unclip this here. All right, so it's a little wrinkle just from the pressure. All right, so these are the D-rings, and this should be essentially work as a belt buckle. And as you can see, the red side of the predominantly red side of the raw butts look great, and so does the other one. So we can have the raw butts somersaulting. All right, so let me grab the tape measure, and we'll see how much we've done so far. Okay. All right, we are at 1 here. Oops, we are, okay, it is long enough. I just, okay, we are at actually 50 inches. Okay, so it's a bit more than 9. So it's probably actually about 10 inches. I just wasn't measuring with it free floating. So, all right, so this should be 5 iterations. So there should be 20 of the raw butts here. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. No, we have 24, so it's a little, so it's about 8 inches, not 10 inches. So we have 6 of these at 50 inches. Okay. So I think we wanted to stop at about 60. So we got about 10 more to go. So we got at least one more iteration to do. So, all right. Let's get this rolled back up. And I definitely need to get a different type of connector here rather than this D-ring setup here. All right, so I don't want the braid to wrap around over it. So I don't want to stress it any more than it needs to be. All right, so actually that's I'm gonna okay, so can't do anything about that knot there. Right, so it's actually starting to get a little warm up here. I might go ahead and turn on the fan regardless of the noise. Apologize for that if it causes problems, but nobody's been having issues with it that I'm aware of. So, and I might just be getting warm because I'm doing exercise type activities, which I should be doing more of. I just don't want to overheat. It's probably not so much the heat as the humidity. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for your patience, people. All right. So there we go there. Let me go ahead and turn the fan on, and I'll be right back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. There we go. I finished off my breakfast slash lunch, aka brunch. All right, let me, because my math brain is not working at the moment. Let me. Okay, so 50 inches divided by 6 is 8 1/3 inches per iteration. We're at 50. So if I stop at the next one, it'll be 60 inches. All right, so that should be good there. I will probably put my maker's mark at the end. So it'll be about 61 inches, which should be doable as a belt without actually hanging on the ground. Rob does not look like he's overly small height-wise. So, all right. Let me clear this. Bring to function here. All right. Okay. Somebody subscribed again. And I think I got a Twitter notification. Let me check that real quick. See if it's anything that needs to be replied to. Nope, I think I'm good for that. Okay, sorry. just taking a little pause here, see if there was anything that absolutely needed to be dealt with. Looks like Legal Vices has a stream starting. Okay. Speaking of which, if you like the legal commentary stuff, I can highly recommend Legal Vices streams. I enjoy them quite a bit. He hasn't directly been on, I think, with on Rob or Ian's streams, but they've both been on his streams, if I remember right. Hey, American Dreamer, welcome. Hey, Legal Vices, woohoo! If you want, I can send you a link. I'm just catching up here on things we measured. We've got about 50 inches done here. I appreciate you coming by. Wow, 59 people. I am so impressed. Thank you very much. And here I am catching up with my alerts. So, everybody, welcome to the stream. Let me catch it. I am not going to be able to keep up with this on the chat. Let me see what's going on here. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Legal Vices. Okay. You have a good night. Thank you very much. And I will be getting back to braiding. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. All right. Let's get to going so you guys have something to watch. All right. So, the first 4 moves are, I've restarting the pattern. So the first 4 moves through here are going to be fairly simple. I'm just doing the top and bottom weave until we get to where we're ready to start the next one. I do 9 of these every other up and down motions. And you just keep going through here. So this is move 1. And our checksum is good. I do apologize that I probably will not be able to respond to every chat right now, but I am definitely going to keep looking over here, and I will read through them at the end. All right, so get there. So I'm going to speed braid here for a few minutes. And I really appreciate everybody hopping in. I'm only about 500 watch hours away from monetization, so I appreciate everybody stopping in. All right, so I am moving on to, I'll just show you real quick what the pattern looks like. This is move 2. When we get down to here, we'll start having some changes other than the base pattern. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I should know better than to chew Tic Tacs. And there we go. Alrighty. And thank you, everybody. This is actually my first raid ever. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These untangle or untwist. To be able to have the double rails and moving them from top to bottom rail, they tend to be a bit longer than they normally would be for this type of braiding. So they tend to twist together a little bit. So sometimes I have to wait a second or two to let them untwist. Because usually letting gravity do the job helps with that. One of the things I'm planning on doing this afternoon is trying to come up with a design for the braid I'm going to do for Jeff. All right, so I'm on to move 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. Rose RNC Incorporated. This is actually technically braiding, and the main difference that I understand it between a braid and a weave, even though I am essentially, as somebody has referred to it, weaving on the bias here, is that with weaving, your warp and your weft stay separate, and in braiding, your warp and your weft exchange places as the braid goes But yeah, it's very similar for the motions and whatnot for this particular one. Though there are braids I have done on here that really don't look a lot like weaving at all. But this one definitely does. It's a 1-1 twill pattern, and we get the design. Oops, the design here by exchanging from the lower and upper braids. All right, so I am on to 4. So after this one, I'll start showing the pattern as I bring it up, because it's going to change from the uniform look here. Woohoo! I'm just glad I'm here for my first trade. Sorry. You wonderful people have put me in a really good mood today. I appreciate that. All right. And on the left here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. When I can get the weaving motion top and bottom done just right, I can do those really fast. All right, we are ready for a move that is going to start changing the look on this here. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm doing. All right, so for move 5, on the right, we're going to exchange the number 7 thread top and bottom, and we're going to reverse the weave on the third one, or the shed. And on the left, we're just exchanging the first tama and no shed reversals. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 gets exchanged, top to bottom. And since the lower rails are also closer together, they tend to be shorter. So if I'm doing that, I tend to unroll these a bit when I do that. So that's the only exchange there. And shed 3 is reversed. So normally it would be bottom 1, 2, and I do the 3, but instead I'm doing 3 on the top. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Our checksum look is good. If I screw up my counting, instead of getting the 3 and the 1 that gets moved, I have like 2 and the 1 or 4 and the 1. That lets me know I messed up. So 1, 2, and on the top, and we pull up 3 from the bottom, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Thank you very much. There we go. And on the left, we're just exchanging 1. And none of the shed reversals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. Pass that on through. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And checksum is good, so we'll pass this through from the top. All right. I am going to, all right, so you can see that we've got a little bit of red there, a bit of red there. All right, so we're going to move on to the next move, which is move 6. We're going to exchange 1, 7, and 9 on the right, and we'll always be exchanging odd numbers. And the even numbers get the shed reversals, and they're actually every other one. So 1 is actually the second position. So anyway, 1 and 4 get exchanged on the right. On the left, 3 get reversed, not exchanged. And on the left, we're exchanging 3, and shed 1 is reversed. So let me see if there's anything I need to respond to in chat real quick. All right. Okay. Catching up real quick here. Yeah, I'm about 50 inches, and I'm going for about 60. I want to be able to do like once around Rob's waist, somewhere between 30 to 36 inches or whatnot, and then not hang down low enough that he'd accidentally be stepping on it. So I figure he's got at least a 30-inch inseam, so keeping it 60 inches or shorter should work fine for that. Hey, Cookie Mon Steve, nice to see you. We got a raid going on here. Ooh, congratulations, Darlene. If you have any questions, catch me later, or feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try and help you as best I can. All right. All right. Just catching up here, see anything that needs a response real quick, and then I'll get on to the next move. Yep, indeed, it does do that. All right. And oops, let me see what that was in response to. We have talked about it, but if he doesn't want to do anything, that's perfectly fine. I'm doing this in part to grow my audience. All right, so one here. I do braids for other streamers that I enjoy and respect their work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I talk to them. If they would like me to do a braid, I'll do a braid. If they don't, I don't. But I want to do something that they like. So if they're not interested, I don't really have any interest in doing it for them. But if they do, it makes me very happy to do it. And it also helps me, introduce myself to their audience, and hopefully vice versa. All right, so 1, 7, and 9 got exchanged, and sheds 1 and 4 reverse. So instead of on the bottom, I start on the top for 1, and I go to bottom for 2 and 3, go on the top for 4, and then bottom for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And our checksum is good. And now 1 on the bottom, and 2 and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. The checksum looks good. Yeah, passing that on through. And we are about ready for a coma slide after this. So 3 is exchanged, so 1, 2, and 3. Now on this one, only shed 1 is reversed. So 1 on the top, and bottom is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum looks good for that. And 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Good for this one. All right. So as you might have noticed, this isn't really mechanical. I mean, there's no automated things like that. So when I run out of the pins on the back end here, I have to pull one up and put it on the back and slide it forward. There's no official name for this that I'm aware of. I just like to call it a coma slide because these pin blocks are called coma. And this is what they are. Fairly simple. These have 9 pins. Traditionally, they have 6 pins. It's actually easier if you use 6 pins. You just don't have as much working space. So you have to have slightly narrower braids. But I'm thinking about making ones with longer rails. Since I made this Taka-Dai myself. All right, and let's roll this up a little bit. Don't want to roll off frame with the camera here. All right, so we are ready for the next move. All right, on to 7. So we're exchanging, whoops, I didn't have that up there, sorry, apologize for that. So we're exchanging 3 and 7 on the right, sheds 2, 4, and 5 are reversed, and that's this where the darker colors here, that's where the reversals change the color. And on the left, we're exchanging 3 and 5, and shed 2 is reversed, and that's where the color changes there. All right, going back to here. And catch up on the chat real quick here. Okay, nothing needs an immediate response. Oh, hey, I just see that. Thank you very much. Actually, I don't know if it's specifically from Irish, but it's also an alternate of alternate version of Thorin as Son of Thor. I use it in my SCA historical recreation type stuff, and I've just kind of used it for my online stuff like that. But the original reference I got it to was somebody who was had a position of a captain. So it wouldn't surprise me if where I read it originally, they got it from that reference. But anyway, thank you for telling me that. I appreciate that. Let me take this down here. And okay. Alrighty. So 3 and 7 on the right. So 1, 2, and 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. And sheds 2, 4, and 6 reverse. So 1 from the bottom, 2 from the top, 3 from the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is looking good. So I haven't screwed up the counting. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. And our checksum looks good, meaning that I have these 3 remaining on the top. And this one gets lifted up, passed through, and over on this side. And on the left, 3 and 5. So 1, 2, and 3 gets exchanged top and bottom. 3, 4, and 5. And matches the color chart, so I know I didn't mess up the top and bottom movements. Let's see. But they're long enough, don't have to unroll anything. Shed 2 is reversed, so 1 on the bottom, and then we pull 2 from the top, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. There we go. And pass this on through. Oh, for the people visiting, let's see, 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, the rest will be on the top. My usual streams are Tuesday and Thursday nights from like about 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time for a couple hours. And I try and do 1 to 3 streams on the weekends, meaning Friday through Sunday. They have varying times. I try and vary it a little bit so people have a chance from different parts of the world to watch without being ridiculously early or late for them. All right, we are on to move 8. And on the right, we're going to exchange 3, 5, and 7, and 11. And sheds 3 and 4 are reversed. On the left, we're going to exchange 5 and 7, and shed 3 is reversed. And these colors here on the left and the right, they represent the strands on the rails. The outermost one is the top rail on each side. The innermost one is the bottom rail. And like you can barely see it here at the bottom. This is move 1, so we start with the red, so it's the bottom. And the red means it's this red one is going to pass through. But you can see that it follows where it's going underneath like normal for the first 2. And then on the third one, it actually goes over the top. Same for the fourth one. And then back under the bottom. So that's kind of what I'm doing with the reversals here. And when I change the colors and I look at it, I can see that I've synced up my colors correctly. So like I'll have 3 white, 2 red, 1 white, and then like 4 red. Then I know I've done it right. So we're back here. And so 1 and 2. And 3 gets exchanged. So here's my 3 white on the top now. And come on, you can untwist. There we go. All right, so 3, 4, 5. And okay, that exchange is done. And 5, 6, And 7 here. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and 11 gets exchanged as well. Have a good evening or morning, Rose. Thank you very much. It's nice for you to stop by. There we go. And exchanging 3 and 4 on the right. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Check some looks good, but that one needed to be unrolled more, so let me do that quick. There we go. Let's not knock the mouse on the floor. I've done that more than enough times. Don't need to do it again. And 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. And one of these on the top or on the bottom kind of popped loose. It's not going to screw up the move that I'm doing here, but I should put it back when I'm done because I don't want it getting messed up. So I don't know if you can see that, but this white one here jumped a pin, and there we go. It should actually be back here. Have to be careful on that. That's one of the reasons why this top here really should be about 2 inches lower. And the next Taka-Dai I make for myself, I'm going to do that. The ones I make currently are also lower. They're not as tall as this one. It was a learning experience. All right, so on the left, we're exchanging 5 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 5. Five, 6, and 7. And if this is interesting content for you folks, if you want to like and subscribe, that would make me very happy and help this channel grow. I was at just under 960 when I started the stream. And if I hit 1,000, I would thank you ever so much. All right, so shed 3 is reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Check that looks good. And I want to thank you folks because this is the most I have ever had on a stream before. So 1, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. There we go. Pass that one on through. Oh, thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was making Taka-Dais and sold them, and I figured it would be helpful to have a video showing how to put it together because it's not necessarily all that intuitive. All right, so we are going to move on to move 9. So we'll be exchanging 1, 5, 7, and 11 on the right. Shed 4 is reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 1, 7, and 9. Sheds 1 and 4 are reversed. All right, and you can see kind of here, we got the top of the Rob bot. There's his little smokestack / antenna. All right. Okay. So exchanging 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6. And 7. These ones, there we go. 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11. Alrighty, shed 4 is reversed. So 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. And yes, if there's a lot more shed reversals, I do have to slow down a little bit to make sure I get them right. So 1, 2, and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Looks good. Let's pass this on through. And on the left, 1, 7, and 9. So 1 goes up here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 7 and 9. That one's going to need a little bit of an unroll, I think. There we go. And we're exchanging 1 and 4. So the top 1, bottom is 2 and 3. Top is 4. Bottom is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum looks good. There we go. And 1 on the bottom. And 2 and 3 on the top. 4 on the bottom. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. We look good for the exchange. Gonna pass through. There we go. Thank you, Judy. I will definitely be doing one for this. And I think that's a nice thing to give people an idea where they don't have to necessarily, watch the whole thing. And it's nice when you can see things come together like that. All right, so we are on to move 10. Oops, forgot to bring this up. All right, so we're exchanging 3, 7, and 11 on the right. Sheds 1 and 5 are reversed. And exchanging 1, 3, 7, 9, and 11 on the left. Sheds 2, 3, and 5 are reversed. Check something real quick here. Look at the dashboard. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. I see we're up to 977. We only have 23 left to go to hit 1K. All right, so 1, 2, and 3 on the top. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And sheds 1 and 5 are reversed, so 1 from the top, 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. The checksum looks good. Let's pass this on through. And 1 on the bottom, 2, 3, and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. All right, checksum looks good. Here we go. And on the left, 1, 3, 7, 9, and 11. So there's 1. So roll that one just a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Just about ready to get to the eyes on this one. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And sheds 2, 3, and 5 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum looks good. Passing this on through. And 1 on the top, 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. That checksum looks good. And there we go. On to the next move. On 11, we're doing 3, 5, 7, and 9 exchanged on the right. Sheds 1, 2, 4, and 6 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 7. Sheds 4 and 6 are reversed. Hey, no worries about that, Marmar. We had a raid from Legal Vices. That made my day. All right, so just did the count. Okay, so 3, 5, 7, and 9 on the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. That looks good, but I think that one needs to be unrolled just a little bit more. There we go. And sheds 1, 2, 4, and 6 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. There we go. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9. Looks good there. Passing on through. A couple of those a little bit. There we go. All right. And on the left here, we're going to exchange just 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And sheds 4 and 6 are reversed. So 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. It's good to go. Hey, HT, nice to see you on. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you dropping on by. Chat speed's slowing down a bit. I can start responding as best I can. All right. So just to the bottom, so I need to the top. So 1, 2, and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. There we go. Unroll that just a little bit. There we go. Thank you very much. I don't know if I said that earlier, but that's very kind of you. Alrighty, so we are ready for the next move. And we're on to 12. We're exchanging 5, 9, 11, and 13 on the right. Sheds 2, 4, and 6 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 1, 3, 9, 11, and 13. And sheds 2 and 6 are reversed. Okay. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12, and 13. Yeah, Cookie Mon Steve, we are probably about one more iteration of the Robbots tumbling, and then I'll do my maker's mark, and the braid will be done. So we're getting pretty close to being done. Okay. All right, so 2, 4, and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. That's good to go. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Good there. And passing that on through. And we've got the eyes now for the Robot. And 1, 3, 9, 11, and 13 are exchanged. There's 1. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, you can untwist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. 11, 12, and 13. There we go. And sheds 2 and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, and 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Count looks good on that. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, and 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. Pass that on through. Thank you, Marmar. It's nice to know people appreciate my stories and they're not too boring or annoying. Because, crippling self-doubt. All right, on to 13, which I've actually gotten pretty good at overcoming. So 1, 7, and 9 exchanged on the right. Sheds 1, 3, and 6 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 7, 9, and 11. Sheds 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. That's what I was talking here about getting more complex as we're going along. All right, so 1, 7, and 9 on the right. There's 1. Hey, Judy, you have a good day. I hope you have a really good one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8, and 9. finished reading your comment, Judy. Thank you very much. That is very kind of you. You have a good one. And all right, let's see. Thank you very much, Rosman Ranch. You have a good day. Hope that all the animals treat you well. Okay. All right. So we're exchanging 1, 3, and 6 on the right. So 1 from the top, 2 from the bottom, and 3 from the top, 4 from the top. No, 3 from the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8. Oops, I have one that it's not hanging properly, so let me. It's got some threads in different places, so let me find that one and get that settled. All right, so that one's good, that one's good, that one's good. Let's lift this one up, see if that's the one. Yep, that's the one that had some threads jumped over. There we go. All right, so we'll try this again. Let me verify I'm on the first move. Yep, okay, so 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. There we go. Checksum is good. Yeah, this is the silk on here is silk that I warped up myself on from spools. The thread isn't really, well, thread itself may be twisted, but when I put 12 of them together, they aren't twisted, so they can actually separate. But that gives a nicer, glossier finish at the end when it's not all twisted. All right, so 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4 and 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good. And that one's a little short. Let's unroll it a bit. There we go. And on the left, we need 7, 9, 11 exchange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And sheds 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Our checksum looks good. And 1 on the top, and 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. All right. We are ready for move 14. And we're going to exchange 7, 9, 11, and 13 on the right. Sheds 3, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. On the left, we're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Sheds 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 are reversed. We just about got the head done here. Let me quickly check, see how busy Rumble is. I got 2 people watching on Rumble. Guess nobody watching from Rumble on Jeff's stream came over. All right. So, or they came over to the YouTube side, which is helpful because that's where I'm going for monetization right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 9 and 10. 11 and 12 and 13. Also, in case I haven't mentioned it before, thanks to everybody who's also on the replay crew. If you have any questions or anything you want to know, please feel free to leave a comment. I do try and read through them and answer them in a relatively quick time frame. All right, reversing sheds 3, 4, 6, and 7. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 and 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. That checksum looks good. There we go. And okay, so 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. That checksum looks good. Passing on through. And we're getting close to the end. It doesn't want to unroll easily, so let's give it a little bit of help. What we do is we just pull this back and move around a little bit. And let that hold tight again. There we go. Lets it unroll a bit more. So I'm actually starting to hit the leaders now off the Tama. All right, so let's see, that was 1, 2. Oh, we got to finish that there. All right, so we're ready on this left side now. So 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So 1, 2. 3, 4. 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And sheds 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 and 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7 on the top, 8 and 9 on the bottom. That checksum looks good. Come on, you can unroll. There we go. And 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. Looks good there. And we got the robot's little heart going there. All right, we are ready for the next move. On to 15. Going to exchange 1, 3, 7, 9, 11, and 13. And sheds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are reversed. On the left, we're exchanging 1, 5, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Sheds 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 are reversed. There we go. And 1 right. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So 11, 12, and 13. There we go. And sheds 3 through 7 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, 8 and 9 on the bottom. That checksum looks good. And 1 and 2 on the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. Our checksum looks good. There we go. And on the left, 1, 5, 9, 11, 13, and 15. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top one definitely needs to be unrolled some more. So there's one or two of these other ones. I'll do that real quick. Five, 6, 7, 8. And 9, 10. There we go. 11, 12. 13, 14, and 15. There we go. And sheds 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 are reversed. So 1, 2, 3 on the top, and 4 and 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. That checksum looks good. We're just about ready to do another coma slide. And 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, 4 and 5 on the top, 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. Gotta pass the sword through the opening on the shed, not higgledy-piggledy. Just need a bit of an unrolling. All right, there we go. And do one more move before I do the coma slide. Let's go ahead and move it over to move 16. So 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 17 on the right. Sheds 1, 3, 4, and 6 are reversed. And we're exchanging 3, 5, and 7, 11, 13, and 15 on the left. Sheds 1, 2, 3, and 4 are reversed. All right. let's see. Yes, absolutely, I can do that. It actually is pretty much, that's what it is, top and bottom. They should be color negative mirror images. So I will check with her that somebody suggests that, see if she wants it. But it's a little easier for me pattern-wise to read if the darker color is the lines and the lighter color is the background. But there's no reason I can't do it that way. And the reason I also tend to do it this way is if the darker color is on the bottom, it's a little bit more pronounced there because there's a little bit more of the darker color total Tama-wise, just by a couple. So, all right. And 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 17. So 1, 2, and there's 3. That one definitely needs a bit of an unroll. The other one can too. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and there we go, 7. The reason I tend to use my other hand when they don't unravel or untwist early is because there's usually another one twisted further down, and I have to pull it far enough that the bottom ones can untwist once they're pulled out of the pack of Tama weights. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8. There we go. And 9, 10. 11, 12. And 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. No problem, Darlene. I mean, it's a way that works for me, and I have reasons I do it, but it's kind of like more of a personal preference. I mean, there's other people who would like to do it with the other version, but you know, it's personal preference for a lot of that, and some of it's driven by the way the mechanics work and how you want to deal with it. Okay, so just did the exchanges there. Sheds 1, 3, 4, and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 3 and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, and 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. That checks up, looks good. And 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, and 9 on the top. That checksum is good. And on the left, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and 15. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, the head's completely done. And sheds 1 through 4 are reverse. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good there. Needs a little bit of an unroll. And 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum is good, and it's time for coma slide. All right, so we're doing the coma slide. Ease on down the road. All right, and that goes up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and when I hit the end of this rod bot, I'll end the stream. As I mentioned earlier on the stream, my wife has some help needing some help in getting a industrial sewing machine that's out of the room it's been in for about 15 years and get it to her aunt who can actually make use of it. All right, so we are ready for move 17. We're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 15, and 17 on the right. Did I miss one? So one snagged there. I'm just going to double check here because I might have messed up that last move. You guys will see how I braid if I did. So white, white, that'll be white, red, that'll be red, white, that'll be red, 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 white, that'll be white, white, that'll be white, red, that'll be white, red, that'll be white. Nope, okay, I did do it right last time. Okay, sheds 2, 3, and 4 are reversed. On the right and on the left, 1, 5, 7, 11, and 13 are exchanged. Sheds 1, 2, 3, and 5 are reversed. Hey, Sherry Glick, nice to see you. We had a raid from Legal Vices today. I actually hit like about 57 people in the chat before people started drifting out. That was really impressive. And thanks very much to Jeff for doing that for me. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, and $17. There we go. And sheds 2, 3, and 4 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, and 4 on the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Yep, Sherry, we were 951 at the start of the stream, and last I looked, we were 977. So, and And thank you to all the new subscribers. We really, really appreciate that. And 1 on the top, and 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. And I can feel that 1 popped off its pin. So I gotta fix that before moving on. Yeah, there we go. That's that 1 there. And back where you go. Get back to where you once belonged. And I'm not even trying to put a melody to that. All right. And on the left, we're exchanging 1, 5, 7, 11, and 13. So there's 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11, 12, and 13. There we go. And sheds 1, 2, 3, and 5 are reversed. And 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Put that through with the blade first. There we go. I'm assuming that that was a typo, Sherry, and you meant super friendly, not sniper friendly. Because I can imagine a sniper friendly, and I'm not sure exactly how well that would play out. All right, so I suppose sniper friendly are the ones that don't shoot you as you come into range. All right, so do the top now. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. That looks good. All right. I'll do a quick check in just a second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to check real quick on my channel dashboard. Still 977. That's still an impressive leap for this channel. I appreciate that. All right. So we are on to move 18. Whoops. Helps if I show you what I'm doing there. All right, so we're going to exchange 7, 9, 15, and 17 on the right. Sheds 3, 4, and 5 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 3, 5, 7, and 11, and shed 2 is reversed. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, you can untwist. There we go. 7, 8. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 and 17. There we go. Got that free of the crowd of Tama bottom. Okay. And sheds 3, 4, and 5 reverse. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3, 4, and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. That checks them out. Good. There we go. And we're almost to what Marmar calls the Iron Man blast-off stage. So 1 and 2 on the top, and 3, 4, and 5 on the bottom, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. We look good for the pass-through. And on the left, 3, 5, 7, 11. So 1, 2, there's 3. Let's unroll this one a bit more. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. There we go. And shed 2 is reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. There we go. Looks like that one tensioning issue. I'll have to resolve that later on. Don't need to do it right now. All right, we are ready for the next move. And on to 19. All right, so we're going to exchange 5, 9, and 13 on the right. Sheds 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 3, 7, 11, and 13 with no shed reversals. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So 1 on the bottom, 2, 3, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6 and 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. Checksum adds up. There we go. And 1 on the top, and 2, 3, and 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, and 6 and 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. Checksum looks good. There we go. Hands are in place. And 3, 7, 11, and 13 on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13. 11, 12, and 13. All right, so no reversals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Come on, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And on to 20. We're just exchanging 9 on the right. Sheds 3 and 7 are reversed. And on the left, we're exchanging 5 and 13. No shed reversals. And thank you very much, Sherry. Yeah, we're not sure exactly why, other than possibly he's something about him being dumped and not, having to go from being raised as a carefree kitten or whatnot to having to survive on his own. He loves people, but doesn't really like other cats that well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I have another cat that we call Cuttlebug. He is a cyborg kitty. He managed to break all of the metatarsals in his left rear leg. We wound up having to take him to an orthopedic vet, and all of his bones are pinned with like 4mm titanium rods. He seems to be getting around just fine on his own. But the reason I'm bringing him up is, 3 and 7 are reversed. So 1, 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom. He seems to be dog hardware running on a cat body, kind of the opposite of what foxes are like, where they're cat hardware run on a canine body. He absolutely loves sitting in my lap, being petted, and when he's happy, he wags his tail like a dog does. He lets it hang down, and he kind of flaps it back and forth, and he's not upset or agitated. He's just very, very happy. He also doesn't like the new cat that the one that was up here, so we have to keep them separated. So 1 and 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4, 5, and 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, 8 and 9 on the top. That checks something looks good. Passing that on through. Yeah, it was like about $3,500 to fix his leg, but he was like 6 years old. He had probably at least half of his life ahead of him, and we couldn't see him making him walk around on a stump if we didn't have to. And the cost between the orthopedic surgery and the amputation was like the amputation was like over half of what the orthopedic surgery would cost. And it's like, yeah, we if we can get him to where he'll like recover, we really should do that. So 5 and 13 on the left exchange. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. There we go. And no reversals, so this side's easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago when that happened. But he moves around, jumps up and down, doesn't seem to have any issues being touched. That might show that he's having issues with pain, so we hope he's doing really well. All right, we are on to the next move. 21. On the right, we're going to be exchanging 7, 9, 13, and 15, and shed 4 is reversed. Exchanging 7 on the left, no shed reversals. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Looks like we just passed Marmar's Iron Man rocket stage, and I didn't notice it. Sorry about that. Catch it on replay. You can back up to that point. So 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 and 15. All right, so it looks like all we got left to do now is the toe on the right from our perspective. Okay, shed 4 is reversal. 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the bottom. All right, check some of these good. Well, it's been about, I think, 5 years since we got the other cat, so I'm not sure that's likely to happen. All right, so 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the top. There we go. And on the left, we're just going to swap this one back to where it's all solid on the top and bottom. And no shed reversals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum is good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Checksum is good, but I grabbed 2 there and I only need the 1. I grabbed the right one. It's fairly obvious if you look at it that it's clearly the topmost one. And we are ready for the next move. And 22, exchange 9 on the right, no reversals. On the left, no exchanges, no reversals. Oops. Helps if I actually am over the right spot when I click the mouse button. No worries, Sherry. No reason you would know in great detail when things happen, because I don't think I specifically said. I may have. I don't remember. So if I can't remember, no worries for you not being able to remember. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, we are ready for the next move. That is a sweet story there. Yep. I think the reason why the Kettlebug likes my lap so much is he was the second batch of kittens that we trapped from the feral that hangs around our place. She had 19 kittens in a year and a half. We had to actually trap her in a have a heart trap using a remote controlled radio car that had a string tied to it to pull the trap trigger, because when we tried it previously, she'd go in, she'd eat the duck, and she'd head out. And then we would try it where when we saw her getting into the trap to eat the food, we'd sneak up behind her and like make a loud noise to try and get her to trigger the trap. And nope, that didn't work either. So I had to sit at the edge of the yard, far enough away that I didn't look like a threat to her. She went into the trap, and I set the little car to run. It caught her. We got her fixed. So anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Anyway, he's the second feral batch of feral kittens that we trapped from her, brought in the house, and we had a closet in our bathroom that they would kind of hide in the bottom, and he just kind of looked like he was a little lonely. So I sat down near the closet with him, put him in my lap, and I just petted him until he just almost couldn't breathe from the amount of drool. And I think ever since then, he's always associated my lap with the ultimate place of fun in the universe for him. So, all right. So we're ready for the next move here. No exchanges, no reversals. All right. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Nope, I'm wrong there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That was where the checksum saved me. I only had 2 instead of 3, so I know I'd lost count somewhere. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Go. Oops, this one doesn't want to unroll, so let's go ahead and loosen that up. Make sure we can pull through there. Nothing's trapped. All right, let's go ahead and pull a bit more. That looks kind of snarly. I'll run out of pattern before I get to where I'm going to hit this, but let's see if we can't untangle this properly. All right, so that one, let's go around there. Okay. All right, so there we go. Let's go ahead and put a lark's head knot in here. We've reached the end. We're actually onto the leader. All right, there we go. It's going to hang a bit low. All right, so yep, that's it for that one. We're ready for the next move. All right, so we are on 24 now. So no exchanges, no reversals. The next one's going to be where we start. The next rock bot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Thank you, SN Andrew. Yeah, I really appreciated him doing that, showing off the braid. That was very kind of him, and I'm really glad that he likes or enjoys watching what I do. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alrighty. here for now. It's time for a coma slide. All right, let's roll this up just a little bit more. And it doesn't need a whole lot right now. Okay. Actually, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. All right. So the next move is 25. I will be doing that on the next stream. All right. So there'll be nothing on the right to exchange. Shed 1 will be reversed. And on the left, we'll exchange 1 and no shed reversals. So the shed reversal will cause that red one to appear, and the exchange will cause that red one to appear. All right, so pretty much done with the stream for now. I need to help my wife. She's been very patient. I've gone like about an hour and 20 minutes longer than I was supposed to, but I'm not going to be rude to the wonderful people who came in from Legal Vices for their raid. It's been very nice of you folks coming in. Looks like a lot of you have drifted out. If you catch it on the replay or whatnot, thank you very much. Thanks to everybody who subscribed, liked, and shared. Let me quickly look through the chat, see if anybody has anything that I need to respond to real quick. I will definitely go through and read all the chats when I'm done, so I know what was said. If anybody needs a response, also feel free to leave a comment here. I do try and respond to them as much as I can. All right, so let me do a quick check here. Let's see, anybody chatted on Rumble? Nope, though we got 7 people watching over there now. That's kind of impressive. So it looks like we're doing pretty good. All right. Hey, Bane, I did see somebody respond to you, but I didn't actually see you join in. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Probably not Kumihimo, Steve. I've got 3 more to do. I did 2 in this 3 hours here. So it's probably going to be 2 streams, maybe 3 before I'm done, because my Tuesday and Thursday streams tend to run about 2 hours. So yeah, I could finish up Friday or Saturday is what it looks like. Okay, no worries about that. It's always good to see you on. Thank you very much, Lady Autumn Sky. Glad you were able to paint today. Alrighty, I think that's everything. Sorry to head out, folks. I do appreciate everybody stopping in. So stay safe and happy braiding.